Raptor Jesus's defense of this is to say that atheism is a mental disorder because it goes against God.
Because it goes to what?
Because it goes against God. That's why atheism is a mental disorder.
Fool saith in his heart there is no God.
Yeah, it's just a really, really weak defense right there. Not even worth addressing other than just kind of giggling at it.
That's delusional. Ha ha ha.
Atheism is like, somebody says, atheism is like taking the red pill and being freed from the Matrix. Gambit said something about atheism being a belief, and Zachman said it isn't a belief, and he's right. Atheism isn't a belief, although atheists can have beliefs, especially directly pertaining to their atheism. For example, I could have a belief that the claims of the Christian community are absurd. That leads me to be an atheist. However, my atheism isn't a belief itself. It is a word that describes the fact that I am without theism. It is not a word that describes the fact that I have beliefs about God, although some atheists do. In fact, some atheists say, I believe that no God exists. I'm more of the, I don't have any reason to believe in God, so I'll abstain from belief in him, but he could exist just like the Tooth Fairy could and the Easter Bunny can, but I don't believe in any of them.
Well, contradictions cannot exist. For example, you cannot have three of the same thing being two of the same thing. Just as you cannot prove that there is a God, I'm going to have to fly at you a little bit here, Brian. You cannot strictly logically prove that there is not. But I think it's easy to prove that there is not a personal, loving, caring God.
Maybe I miscommunicated because it sounds like I completely agree with everything you just said.
Oh, okay.
I believe that I can disprove the Christian God, but I don't believe that I can prove or disprove, or that anybody can prove or disprove the existence of a God concept in general, of the notion of that something created all of existence.
Yeah.
You know, I can't prove or disprove that.
I like to describe myself personally as a philosophical or logical agnostic, but pragmatic atheist.
Yeah. I mean, I actually, in terms of logical contradictions, use the exact same argument. If you look at, say, God of the Bible, he's all loving, and yet he created a hell that he knew ahead of time people like you and I would be going to. He knew that we would be good people in other facets of life. And there are atheists out there that are even better than us. That would be, you know, like the Bill Gates of the world. I mean, think of how much money he's donated to charity, and think of how he's changed the world. Of course, people will call him evil, but, you know, nobody can deny the fact that he's changed the way that we use computers around the world and has made our world a better place. And he's an atheist, and God knows that he created him for the purpose of going to hell, and he's supposed to be loving. It just doesn't make any sense at all. And in fact, it makes so little sense that you can deem it impossible that a loving being would create creatures that he knew ahead of time would fail. He created the rules in such a way, but when he created them knowing they would fail, and yet he supposedly loves them. It doesn't jive at all.
It doesn't make any sense. And when you believe something that doesn't make any sense, you have a mental disorder.
There you go.